Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showing you the Lin method for Square-1. The Lin method for Square-1 is very similar to root on a 3x3. And just like root, Lin uses block building. So the reasons why you would use the Lin method or the Vandenberg method is that Lin uses less algs compared to Vandenberg. Also, Lin is more intuitive and efficient. So the first step to the Lin method is to do cube shape. Now I'm not going to talk too much about cube shape, as I will go under the assumption that you already know how to do cube shape. But however, if you don't know how to do cube shape, there are plenty of other Square-1 tutorials that talk about how to do cube shape. So I'm just going to do first shape right now. The second step of Lin is to create your first two blocks. So your first block will be a 1x1x3 that will consist of a corner, edge, corner. Now there's not really much I can really tell you about creating two blocks. Like, you have to go play around with it a bit. However, I will give you some tips. One thing you can do to create your blocks is to find or create a 1x1x2. For example, you can see there's a 1x1x2 over here, and you find its corresponding corner, which is over here. So what I do is set this up and just do a slice, and you can see we created our first block. We put it on the left side. Another way you can do to make blocks is to solve your corners, then put the edge in using an M2. So for example, I see these two corners over here. So what I'm going to do is solve these two corners. As you can see, these corners are solved. Then what I do is put the green white edge over here with an M2. So it's over here. I'm going to set it up. Then I'm going to do M2. Now an M2 is like the algae you see on the screen right now. It's very similar to an M2 on a 3x3. Next, what you do is put the second block on the right. And that is how you do your first two blocks. The third step to the Lin method is to put in the DF edge while doing corner permutation. But however, before we do that, we have to make sure this over here is solved. So in this case, it's the orange white edge. So we just gotta simply put that in using an M2. As you can see, this one's solved. So now we can do DF while doing CP. There are 6 algorithms to complete this step. However, before you do these algorithms, first have to make sure you put the unsolved edge at the front and put the white edge on the left side. With all your corners solved, put your white edge over here and put the unsolved edge over here. All your edges are inserted already, then just do a CP alg. The next step is to do EPLL. Since your corner is already solved, you only have to learn very few algorithms. You have parity, do this alg. This will swap these two pieces and also flip the equator. So for cube shape, I see that I have scallop, and this could be turned into a kite. So what I see is gonna go put this corner edge up here, and that allows us to like make it into a kite. I'm gonna go put it over here, then just do that. So the first thing you see is this solved corners in the front. It's a green edge on the left, so I'm gonna do is like set it up, and now I'm gonna do M2, and now it's solved. I'm gonna go put this on the left side. I see this block which is solved, and see this corner over here, which it should go over here, so I'm just gonna go put it right over there. Now I just solve it and just put it on the right side. So now I just got a case here in which the edges can be inserted with an M2. Now I do have to use CP. So there you go. Now I have parity. It's need to swap these two edges, so you can go do that. Then let's do AUF or DUF too. Whoops, and there you go.